All right, for your homework help today, you have 3 shaded problems I'm going to help you with. So let's get started. For the first one, you have to put these numbers in least to greatest order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them all to percents. And the only reason I do that is because percents are easy to read and understand. So for the decimals, I'm going to deep by moving the decimal twice to the right. So for this one, one's twice, that's 25%. For the next one, you have to add a 0. One's twice, that's 20%. 21% is already percent. For 1/6, I'm going to divide it to change it to a decimal, and then I'm going to deep it. So when I do 1 divided by 6, I get 0.166666. That 6 is repeating. When I deep it, I get 16%, or if you notice though, this 6 can round that up to a 17%. But honestly, if you wrote 16%, it's not going to affect this answer. And then I just put those percents in least greatest order. So I know 17% is first, so 1/6 is least. I know 20% is second, so 0.2 is second. 21% is third, and 25% is biggest, so 0.25 is greatest. All right, for the next one, it says write 3 and 65 hundredths as a percent and a mixed number. Now to write it as a percent, since it's a decimal, I'm going to deep it and move my decimal twice to the right, and I get 365%. To change it to a fraction or mixed number in simplest form, I'm going to follow the steps. Say it, write it, reduce it. So when I say it, it's 3 and 65 hundredths. When I write 3 and 65 hundredths. But then I have to reduce it. Now when you reduce, the 3 wholes does not change. You only have to reduce the 65 hundredths. Now you can type that in a calculator to reduce it, or if you divide 65 and 100 by 5, you'll get 13 twentieths. So that is the mixed number in simplest form, and that is the percent. Last, what is 30% of 600? So percent of a number is really easy if you have a calculator. So if you have a calculator, the one thing you need to know is the word of means multiply in math. So 30% of 600, if you have a calculator with a percent button, you can just type in 30% times 600, but you need the percent sign. Now, if you don't have a percent button, then what you do is you change 30% to a decimal. And remember, to do that, we have to deep it. And since it's a percent, we have to go twice to the left to make it 0.30 or 0.3. So if you don't have a percent button, you change it to a decimal and type in 0.30 times 600. And either way, you're going to get 180 as your final answer. All right, hope that helped. Make sure you ask me any other questions you may have tomorrow. Thanks.